You don't deserve to go to jail, an Irish judge tells Libyan 61-year-old man who sexually assaulted a female minor. Judge Nolan, in an insultingly reductive manner, has told the 16-year-old girl that she had been, quote, unlucky to happen upon a Libyan man who sexually and physically assaulted her, and he further stated to the girl that she had, quote, put up with 45 minutes of hassle. Imagine this was your child, sexually and physically assaulted on a busy plane by a man 45 years older than her, only for her to be told that it was just a bit of hassle. I'm pretty sure she wouldn't have been so unlucky had the man been deported when he committed a previous assault. The 61-year-old man in question, Tariq Al-Qudr, assaulted the minor on a Ryanair flight and was told by Judge Martin Nolan at a hearing that he doesn't deserve to go to prison. Nolan handed him a fully suspended sentence of 18 months. Al-Qudr was told at one point by cabin crew that the girl he assaulted was only 16, to which he replied, "I don't give a fuck." Nolan also stated, without evidence or explanation, that the man was unlikely to reoffend, despite that he has a previous conviction for assault causing harm. Al-Qudr, who is married with 3 young children and has an address at Hunters Lane, Ashbourne, County Meath, was arrested at Dublin Airport. Al-Qudr pleaded guilty at Dublin Circuit Criminal Court to 1 count of sexual assault on the Ryanair flight on the 2nd of May 2022. Garda Danielle Black stated in court that the 16-year-old teenage girl had travelled to Manchester on a short trip to visit family and friends, and that she was travelling alone. Her father had booked her flight. The teenager, who made a statement to Gardaí after she arrived in Dublin Airport, said she had boarded the flight in Manchester shortly before 8 p.m. and taken her seat in the middle of a row. The victim said that a man in his 40s, which was her perception because he's actually 61, sat down next to her and spoke to her incessantly during the flight and used inappropriate language. He grabbed her with force and also hit her on the upper left arm several times and punched her hard on the shoulder twice. He also kissed her hand and rubbed his hand near her breast area and asked if she had a boyfriend. She described being too afraid to move, and he continued to harass her when the plane landed. He attempted to pull her in for a kiss as they were taxiing in towards the terminal, and he repeatedly tried to do so, but she pushed him away. The girl then got the attention of a fellow passenger and indicated she needed assistance from cabin crew, but no one came to her aid except for a male passenger who asked her if she was okay, to which she replied, "No, this man keeps touching me." The man told Al-Qudr to stop, but he got very angry in response, which then prompted cabin crew to arrive and intervene. The man was arrested on arrival at the airport but was highly intoxicated and not fit for interview until the following morning. Garda Black agreed with counsel for the defence that Al-Qudr was a completely different person the following morning and was very apologetic. He told Gardaí he deserved his punishment and that he was really sorry. However, this is hardly an excuse or an indication of genuine remorse. Furthermore, he committed his crime right out in the open, in public, on a flight, where everyone is closely packed together. If this is what he would do in that situation, what would he have done if he had that girl alone? Also, it's easy to say sorry when you know it will benefit your case after you were caught red-handed assaulting an underage girl. And what might he do the next time he is intoxicated? Can we all use the "I was just drunk" defence? Or is this only reserved for male migrants who sexually and physically assault female minors? The press has reported the convicted man has been living in Ireland for over 40 years, as though this means he is practically Irish. However, all this shows is that he is not integrated enough to understand we do not treat teenage girls as sexual objects in our Western country. Libya is 97% Sunni Muslim and there is no age of consent. Forced child marriages are common. In short, attitudes towards women and girls are very different to those here in Ireland. In the Middle East and Africa, 1 in 7 girls is married off before the age of 18. Not all who come to Ireland mean us harm, of course, or mean our children harm. It would be incorrect to say so. But we are importing men with attitudes to women and girls that are unacceptable. With no checks in the case of IPAS, applicants, as was confirmed through a parliamentary FOI to the Department of Justice. Nick Henderson of the Irish Refugee Council should take note, because last night on the show Is Ireland Full, he was saying that people are background checked, which is absolute rubbish. Undeniably, migrant men are overrepresented in the sexual crime cases hitting the courts, and the punishments they receive are increasingly unduly lenient. The establishment can deny this all they like, but it is obvious by what we see in the courts on a regular basis. And then there's also all the cases that we don't know about, because they do try to hide the names of these individuals who are committing these crimes. But sure, if your child is harassed or assaulted, really you shouldn't worry about it. After all, it's just a little bit of hassle.